So a fair few people have asked me within the past few weeks what the difference is between training and eating for muscle growth and training and eating for a fat loss goal. So I'm going to be really cool and answer that for you right now. Let's start with nutrition. So the optimal environment for muscle to grow is by being in a slight caloric surplus, which basically means that to a certain extent you eat more than what you're burning off. So if you're trying to lose fat, then make sure that you're eating less calories than what you're burning off. However, if you're trying to gain muscle, then you might be likely to assume that you need to be eating more calories than what you're burning off in order to be in that optimal environment. It's not that quite clear cut. And the reason being is if you're completely new to this whole fitness, exercise, training kind of deal, and you're completely new to wanting to put on muscle and get stronger, then you're going to put on muscle no matter what you're eating because it's completely novel and it's completely new to you. I've seen people put on muscle literally by going for runs when they first begin because they're not used to it and their legs aren't used to that high impact. Therefore, they start building muscle because of it. I've seen people put on muscle when they start working as a brickie or a construction worker or whatever, simply because their body is not used to that level of work. So when you're completely new, you can eat in a deficit, lose fat and gain muscle at the exact same time. However, once you start getting a little bit more experienced with training and weight training and getting stronger and going to the gym, you might need to push your calories up into a slight surplus in order to cause this to happen a little bit more efficiently. Additionally, if you are already pretty lean, so you're pretty much got no body fat on you, then you might actually find it even easier to put on muscle if you actually increase your calories a little bit and go into a slight surplus. Now, the downsides of that are obviously you start putting on a little bit of body fat. The upsides to that is you're going to put on strength and muscle. And the reason why that works is because one, your body is going to use those calories and the excess protein that you're consuming from those calories into building more muscle and getting stronger. You've also got more energy to work with for going to the gym and getting a decent strong workout done. And also when you start increasing your body weight, because you're starting to increase the amount of calories you're eating, there's going to be more mass, and more mass means more force produced. More force produced means you're going to be able to lift heavier weight, which means that you're going to be able to get stronger and put on more muscle. So basically, if you're starting new, if you're completely new to this whole exercise fitness thing, you don't really need to eat in a surplus, eat in a deficit, lose fat, put on muscle at the same time. If you're already pretty lean and / or quite experienced with the gym, going into a slight surplus is probably going to be the best bet for you. If you're trying to lose fat, eat in a deficit. That's the nutrition side done. Now the training side is pretty anticlimactic, to be honest, because it doesn't matter whether or not you're trying to lose fat or gain muscle. The workout routines that you do should somewhat stay the same. There should be no difference. There is no difference between a fat loss workout and a muscle gain workout, because there's no such thing as exercises which cause fat loss to happen at a faster rate, and there's no such thing as exercises which cause fat loss to happen at a slower rate. If anything, if we're really clutching at straws, I'd argue that when you're trying to lose fat, you try and incorporate more compound lifts within your workouts because they burn a little bit more calories because there's more muscles working, there's a little bit more effort happening, and slightly less isolation exercises like bicep curls or tricep extensions. But honestly, I wouldn't even go that far. I'd probably keep your workouts exactly the same whether or not you're trying to lose fat or gain muscle, because having more compounds in your workouts, even though they do burn slightly more calories, it's the least valuable thing about them. In actual fact, if you really want to focus on the amount of calories that you're burning through a workout, thus helping your fat loss progress, I'd potentially leave your weight training exactly how it is and just incorporate a little bit more activity or a little bit more cardio into your workouts potentially after. Because as we said, fat loss is about burning off more calories than what you intake, meaning that if you incorporate a little bit of cardio into your routines, you're going to be burning off a little bit more calories. If you incorporate a little bit more activity into your day, you're going to be burning off more calories. That's really the only thing that should be changing between the two, and that's me clutching at straws. So it doesn't matter whether or not you're trying to lose fat or gain muscle, not much changes, especially if you're a complete newcomer to this whole fitness thing. And hopefully that helps answer your question and calm your nerves and also makes you feel a little bit less overwhelmed. If you like this video, give it a like. If you've got any questions for me, comment below because I'd be more than happy to answer them for you. And if you want any more free fitness or fat loss based content without any of the bullshit, as always, make sure that you're either subscribed to this channel or following my Instagram at k.p_health. Peace.